One day, two monks named Tanzan and Ekido were traveling together on a muddy road. It had rained heavily the night before, turning the path into a mess of slippery mud and deep puddles. As they walked along, they encountered a beautiful young woman in a silk kimono, stranded at the edge of the road. She was unable to cross because of the mud, fearing that her elegant clothing would be ruined. Tanzan, without hesitation, walked over to the woman, lifted her up in his arms, and carried her across the muddy road. He set her down gently on the other side, and she thanked him with a smile before continuing on her way. Ekido, on the other hand, watched the entire interaction in stunned silence, his mind swirling with thoughts about the proper conduct of monks. The two monks continued their journey in silence. Ekido was troubled, his thoughts fixated on Tanzan's actions. Monks were not supposed to touch women, let alone carry them. The rules were clear, and Ekido couldn't understand why Tanzan had so easily disregarded them. He kept replaying the scene in his mind, feeling increasingly agitated. After several hours, unable to hold back any longer, Ekido finally spoke up. "Tanzan," he said, his voice tense with disapproval. "Why did you carry that woman? We are monks. We are not supposed to touch women." Tanzan looked at Ekido, surprised by his outburst. After a moment, he simply replied, "I set her down hours ago. Are you still carrying her?" Ekido was taken aback by Tanzan's response. In that instant, he realized that while Tanzan had physically carried the woman for only a brief moment, Ekido had been carrying her in his mind for the entire journey. Tanzan had let go of the act as soon as it was done, but Ekido had held on to it, allowing it to disturb his peace. Tanzan's response was a profound lesson for Ekido. He understood that holding on to past actions, whether they were his own or someone else's, was like carrying a heavy load that only weighed him down. The real challenge wasn't the act of lifting the woman. It was letting go of the judgment and attachment that followed. As they continued their journey, Ekido felt lighter. He realized that life was full of moments that could be either let go of or clung to. The choice was his. Tanzan's wisdom was in his ability to be fully present, to act when needed, and to release without hesitation. It wasn't about following every rule rigidly, but about understanding the essence of their teachings: compassion, mindfulness, and non-attachment. From that day on, Ekido began to practice letting go of unnecessary thoughts and judgments. He noticed how much more peaceful his mind became when he didn't dwell on things that no longer mattered. He learned that true freedom came not from avoiding life's mud, but from walking through it without accumulating unnecessary burdens. The journey of Tanzan and Ekido on the muddy road became a turning point for Ekido, teaching him the importance of living in the present and releasing what didn't serve his peace. The story of the muddy road and the woman became a lesson that he would carry not as a burden, but as a reminder to always let go and move forward with a clear and open heart.